Today we will learn about acid rain, that what is acid rain, what are the causes of acid rain, effects of acid rain, forms of acid rain and preventions of acid rain. So first of all we will learn that what is acid rain. Naturally the nature of acid rain is acidic because in the atmosphere sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide reacted with each other and also water and formed a nitric acid and sulfur. This is called acidic rain. And what is the proper definition of acidic rain? That is, acid rain or acid deposition is a broad term that includes any form of precipitation with acidic components such as sulfuric or nitric acid that fall to the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry forms. This can include rain, snow, fog, hail, or even dust is acidic. So, acid rain is a rain or any other form of precipitation that is unusually acidic, meaning that it has elevated levels of hydrogen ions. There are some pictures of acid rain which you can see. The history of acid rain is simple, that is, it was first used in 1852 by Scottish chemist Robert Angus Smith during his investigation of rainwater, and it becomes part of his book, which name is Air and Rain. Acid rain occurs in Asia and parts of Africa, South America, and Australia. As a global environmental issue, it is frequently overshadowed by climate change. Next one is chemistry of acid rain. That acid rain is also called as acid deposition in scientific term, which refers to the many ways in which acidity can move from the atmosphere to Earth's surface. Acid deposition contains acid rain and another forms, that is snow, sleet, hail and fog. Acid deposition also include the dry deposition of acidic particles and gases, which can affect landscape during dry period. In short, acid deposition is capable of affecting landscape and the living things. Next one is causes of acid rain. That what are the causes of acid rain? As you all know that there are two types of sources. That is, one is natural sources and second one is man-made sources. So both natural and man-made sources are known to play a role in the formation of acid rain, but it is mainly caused by combustion of fossil fuels, which results in emission of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. When these two chemicals react with waters, they form nitric acid and sulfur, which affects the plants, trees, etc. So first one is natural sources. The major natural casual agent for acid rain is volcanic emission. Volcanoes emit producing gases to create higher than normal amount of acid rain. Decaying vegetation, wildfires and biological processes within the environment also generate acid rain forming gases. Dimethyl sulfide is a typical example of major biological contributor to sulfur containing elements into the atmosphere. Next one is man-made sources. Man-made sources, as you all know, factories, cars, automobiles, power generation facilities, etc. So we will read that human activities leading to chemical gas emissions such as sulfur and nitrogen are the primary contributor to acid rain. As I already told you that when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide combines with water, they form sulfur, which affects trees, plants, etc. The activities include air pollution sources emitting sulfur and nitrogen gases like factory, power generation facilities, and automobiles. In this picture, you can see that the smoke from factories is mixing in clouds and forms a acid rain, which affects crops, trees, etc. So now we will learn about forms of acid deposition. That what are the types of acid rain? There are two types of acid rain. First one is wet deposition and second one is dry deposition. So what is wet deposition? If acidic chemical present in air goes to that places where weather is wet, then it will make mix in weather and forms a chemical smoke, rain, snow, etc. and falls on earth. Then acid rain affects living organism and trees. Next one is dry deposition. That what is dry deposition? The places where weather is dry, there acidic chemical mixed with smoke and fog and fixed upon buildings, cars, etc. After it, they during rain they will drain and our environment will become acidic. This is called dry deposition. Now, where we read that when acid deposition is washed into lakes and streams, it can cause some to turn acidic. The long-term monitoring network measures and monitors surface water chemistry at our 280 sites to provide valuable information on aquatic ecosystem health and how water bodies respond to changes in acid causing emission and acid deposition. The next one is ecological effects of acid rain. That what are the effects on lakes and rivers? The regional effect of acid deposition were first noticed in parts of Western Europe and North America. Due to acidic rain, rivers, ponds, lakes, etc. become poisoning and their pH will continuing decreasing. And also acid rain affects water animals, etc. Here we read America to become much more acidic than they had been previous decades. Acid sensitive areas are those there that are predisposed to acidification because the region's soils have a low buffering capacity or low acid neutralizing capacity. Next one is effects on forests and mountainous regions. In the 1970 and 1980 forested areas in Central Europe and southern Scandinavia and eastern North America showed alarming signs of forest dieback and tree mortality. A 93 survey in 27 European countries revealed air pollution damage or mortality in 23% of the 1,000 trees surveyed. Once a tree is in a weakened condition, it is more likely to succumb to other environmental stressors such as a drought, insect infestation, and infection by pathogens. Last topic is prevention of acid rain. First one, reduce amount of sulfur dioxides and oxides of nitrogen released into the atmosphere. Second one, use cleaner fuels. Third one, flue gas desulfurization. Fourth one, reducing the effect of acid rain by liming. Fifth one, use other sources of electricity that is nuclear power, hydroelectricity.